It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay then, this is Radar Rat Race on the Commodore VIC-20. It's on this Penultimate Plus cartridge from The Future Was 8-bit. I don't know a whole lot about this, except I've heard the name of it before. It's been recommended. Okay, I guess. Okay, I'm a blue mouse. Run around. Alright, we've got a radar there. Over sort of on the right-ish. He seems to turn at times that I actually haven't told him. But alright. I'm a little bit confused by the radar. Oh, I see. Right, blue dots are the... whatever they are. Cats or... Eek! You bugger off. Ah! Arse. What does that say? It looks like it says beer. That can't be right. Cat eats mouse and you get beer. Surely not. Ah! The mouse seems to do its own thing if you don't control it when it... Oh. Actually, I don't think that the red things aren't... They're other mice, aren't they? Or rats or something. Eat the cheese. Where... I suppose actually the fact that it does something on its own is... Oh, bollocks. Not necessarily a bad thing, in that it doesn't just stand there going, duh. Yeah. Oh. Come on, there's something up here. I know. Here we go. Gotcha. Oh, crap. Oh, bollocks. It says beer. I'm sure it says beer. Yeah, the way I've got this set up at the moment, you can see the whole screen. You're seeing everything I'm seeing, where I would normally kind of zoom into this area and ignore all the blue. But I'm doing this so that you can see how some of the stuff is kind of off the edge of the screen. We're losing just a little bit. I was going to play Jelly Monsters, I think it's called. It's a Pac-Man clone. But I've lost a chunk of the screen kind of off the side there, and you lose part of the maze, and it made it kind of unplayable. I don't know what you're talking about. It might be over on my TV, though I can't get control of it while I'm using soundbox, so that's something else. I don't know if it's 20 work of the cartridge. I couldn't tell you. Or the software of the version NTSC software now. There's something odd. It doesn't do all the games. It doesn't seem like all the menus for the cartridge. It's censored compared to all the so it's a thing. We'll have another go at this. But I've what's it? Jelly Monsters is the only one I've come across where I'm like, no, I'm not going to try and play that because I can't see part of the play field. Oh, I don't want to do that. Arse! Oh, bol. I'm sure that says beer. You bugger. The music is, well, you can hear. Up here. Give me the cheese. All the cheese. Gameplay Jenny will be furious. Maybe. What is that? No, don't go over there. Come on. Yeah. Why? Well, right, what? Where is it? There it is. Oh, you bugger. That's my cheese. Get off my cheese. Arse! Oh. Okay. That is Radar Rat Race. I'm not going to play more. You get the gist. It is moderately engaging. It kind of grates. But it also is... I would have played it back in the day. I wouldn't have played it for a very long time. You know, it was like 10 minutes or so. But that was kind of the way. Once you'd accumulated a lot of games, and maybe you didn't if they were on cartridge, but after a time, I would play games for about 10 minutes and then swap and play another one. When they're arcade-based style games, shall we say, yeah, there weren't many that you could play for hours and hours and hours and hours, and this is one that I wouldn't have played for hours and hours, but I would have played had I had a VIC-20 back then, which I didn't. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, today's question for Q&A is from James Newman. Link to James's channel down there. He asks, for Q&A, as far as multiplayer gaming goes, which do you prefer? 1. The good old split screen action, taking it in turns with your mates at home with a few beers. 2. Or playing online with a strangers somewhere in the world, sitting at home alone. For me, the first option, definitely. This is an interesting question and it makes me chuckle at myself, because I know what the correct answer to this is supposed to be and what most people would say. And most people would say, 1, playing, or at least most retro gamers would say, they would rather play at home split screen or taking it in turns with their mates with some beers. That would be the traditional answer, and I understand why. It is a social activity. It's good to be with your mates, it's good to have a few drinks and a few laughs and the whole, you know, the banter that goes with that kind of gaming. And I get that, and I have enjoyed that in the past. But my answer is actually 2. And I'll tell you why. I'm not saying that the online gaming with complete strangers is better. For most people I don't think it is. For me it is, because I am not a people person. I largely don't like being in the company of other people. I'm not good at relationships, I'm not good at friendships. Maintaining a friendship for me is a lot of effort that to a large degree I just can't be bothered with. It's probably why my marriage has failed. I'm just not good at it. Maybe I just don't care enough. Maybe I'm a bad person. Asperger's is a factor in it without a doubt. The thing with gaming with your mates, firstly you've got to have mates. I used to have. Now I don't have. I have friends in the world. I don't have the kind where I would just nip round to their house for a quick game of Mario Kart. I play Mario Kart with Andrea on the occasions that I go and see her. But largely I like the anonymity of online play. I like Battlefield online because I can just boot it up, log on, play the game, get my ass kicked, kill a few people, not literally, I play it for a few hours, and then with no preamble, none of the social awkwardness of, okay, time to call it a night, either I'm going home or you need to go home, or any of that. You just turn off. You know, bam, you're out of that gaming universe, and honestly no one gives a damn. In fact, they probably don't even notice. You're just a name on the list that was there and isn't there anymore, and I like that. I value that. It's so much less awkward. I don't want to have to get to know these people. I don't want to, if it's a long game, I don't want to have to worry about them getting hungry and providing food, or me getting hungry and are they going to provide food, or should I bring some... All of the complications that go with gaming around your mate's house or them around your house, things you've got to consider. I can't be bothered with all that. It's just not something I want to have to think about, much less arrange or deal with, because it's the sort of thing where if you get it wrong, and I am the kind of person who can get it wrong very easily, it can be awkward, it can cause difficult situations, it can cause arguments, all sorts of shit that I just don't want to have to deal with. So gaming with your mates is one of those things that for me, the idea of it is fantastic. You know, but then faced with the reality of it, I find it a far more awkward thing than I ever want to have to deal with again. I did it in the past, many years ago. I had a couple of friends who used to come round to my place and we'd game and everything, and it did work. It was fun, but there were awkward aspects, and I'm too damned old to have to deal with that anymore. Or just too stuck in the mud. Something like that. Stuck in a rut, stuck in the I just don't care anymore. I don't have friends like that anymore. You know, life moves on and I'm in a different situation with different circumstances. And so yes, online gaming for me it fulfills the urge for gaming with other human beings. The kind of gameplay, you play Battlefield against other humans, and it is the only game I play online, pretty much. You play against other humans and they will behave in an unpredictable manner, where a computer controlled thing, it's like you play campaign mode Battlefield and you've got your supposedly your team who are on your side. And I was playing Battlefield 4 recently, the campaign mode, and the number of times I saw an enemy shooting in my direction and one of my teammates is like, here's the enemy, here's my teammate, he is standing right next to him, he is ignoring him, he is shooting him in the head, he is not dying, he's shooting at me and I'm taking fire. You don't get that kind of nonsense when you play it online. Your teammates defending you actually defend you if you're in a squad, and I usually join a squad. Sometimes squads actually don't really work all that much unless you're in a boat or a helicopter and everyone's working together, which they sometimes do. You basically spawn on your squad teammates because you see that they're in a good position, so you spawn right next to them. They look at you like, who the hell are you? And then you wander off somewhere, or they wander off somewhere, and you do your own thing. But sometimes you'll come across someone who will work with you. They'll follow you, or you follow them, and you look out for each other. Or, on the odd occasion, you do find yourself playing online with a friend. And I've done that with a couple of friends online, Mark and Trustef, in fact, on Battlefield 1943, and we played together, and that's fun. Doesn't happen very often, but it's cool. And it's like real world friends, but they're not in your living room, they're not wanting a cup of tea or a fry up in the morning, you know. Yeah, online for me, it's just less hassle, less of the social awkwardness that comes with a person like me. And I know that's not the answer most people will give, but on the other hand, I think this community does have quite a lot of people who are actually quite a bit like me. It's probably why I like so many of you. We're all a bit odd. Yeah, that's my answer to that. Anyone else who's got any questions they would like answering in a video like this, leave your question in the comments below. Begin your question with 4 Q&A so I know not to just answer it in the comments. And thank you for watching.
So, is he starting some kind of cookery show? It says something here about having pastry on. Pies? I like pies.